Hi, if you'd like to come on in for a divination dose today, we're actually going to be scrying a ritual mat I've made. If you can or want to take a screenshot, obviously it works in either direction. If you'd like to support and purchase this mat, as it is one of one, the links below. All right, we're going to utilize this to inspire our meditative state and scry the ink, add on Tarot and Oracle, and the spirit box is already rocking and rolling. So as always, thank you so much for holding space for me to share my insights, for being my muse, and allowing me to be a guest in the aura of all that is. I'm going to take a moment here, if you would like to join me, to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. I'm also going to give you an apology for my filthy nails. Filthy, not really. It's ink and garden. So it's a continuous measure throughout the day. I'm seeing a duck. And this duck, I don't know if you can see it up here. This duck up here, you know what it has? It has the clockwork orange eye. Yes, clockwork orange eye. And I'm really trying to go through my memory of remembering what that movie is about, to find the seed or source of it.
Shopkeeper.
That's standing out, but it's not for me. So maybe it will for you, the movie Clockwork Orange. Shopkeeper. I have never seen that word come through in my life. Maybe shopkeeper means something to someone. Or, of course, is a spirit sending you a symbol. This duck is very interesting, very, very confident. And what's in the pupil of this duck is a rose or a flower. It's making me feel like opportunity. Yes, it makes me feel like opportunity is in the pupil of my eye. Somebody also could be... Okay, we're hearing the SEER infusion, so that's why. Seeing the beauty in the beyond. Seeing the beauty in the beyond. And the unknown. In the unknown. For some, it might seem erratic, irrational. And that's okay. Everyone's at different places of perception and perspective. They're different. That's okay. But I'm here with seers. Okay, I'm going to move over here. I'm also seeing, there's Batman and Robin, but I'm specifically seeing Robin. The mask of Robin. And when I'm in this mask of Robin, it's almost making me feel like, say, Batman is your intellect or Batman is your physical reality. And while one can wander into it's a simulation, it's not real, but it is material. It's very much so material and it's present. And Robin feels like this, whether it's imagination or intuition, because it's interesting. I'm also hearing Catwoman step in, and it's a very interesting storyline that I'm hearing, off to the side. And I fully appreciate that they're using Batman and Robin. And then also Catwoman. See, yeah, and Poison Ivy's coming in, and Two-Face is coming in, and the Penguin's coming in. All of these characters are coming in.
How old are you?
And it's almost as if I am 44. How old are you? It's almost as if I can see this dynamic duo of your intellect and intuition, your seer sight, your material sight, your psychology sight, and they work together. But there's something interesting about the story of the villains. Are they really villains? Does one need a villain?
Margaret.
I don't know. That's an interesting question. Maybe something to consider. Do we cultivate villains to feel purpose? Purpose is the point. Purpose is the point. Okay. Thank you. So Batman and Robin are working together. Apply whatever you would like in that harmony, because I do think it changes a little bit, just like the Batmobile. Then it has the Bat cycle or motorcycle, the Bat cave. There's all these different, you can apply Barbie or Batman, I guess. It doesn't really matter. There's all these other tools that come in. Yes. Interesting. Now I'm seeing Grover. Yeah, it's Grover from Sesame Street. You might have been gifted since you were a child. Something about a spirit guide as well that has been interesting word, grooming. Grooming. In the reflection of this reality. So I know for most part, it's like we all understand to whatever language we may use to religious cultural belief systems. And in this space, I'd like to acknowledge I respect them all. But it's kind of like the reality and simulation thing. They all exist and none exist at the same time, right? They're all like different paths for me to say things, for you to say things to other people so that they will be received. And that's why so many things are said in the same
Right.
thing, the same things are said in different ways because everyone is enjoying different evolutions, states of learning. Okay. And as a seer, you understand this. That's what this is coming through. I apologize if that was a really roundabout way of coming to that simple wisdom. But that's almost like the complexity of being the seer in this space, right? It's like telepathy. You're not actually reading somebody else's mind. You're harmonizing to the same frequency and are drawing out information. Okay. Clockwork Orange. Wow, that's really, really interesting. There is absolutely a mirror here, and I'm seeing mirror on the wall. Oh, I'm also seeing a crystal ball. Funny what you don't see when I see the ink blot in different stages. I really didn't see that. How did I not see that? Okay, so I don't know if I can share this with you a little bit anyway. So like if this was the crystal ball, down here is like the embellishment of the holder, mirror, crystal ball, whatever the case may be. Okay. And
How many?
this is where I see, I'm not going to use the word dreams. That's not the right word. What's the right word? Dimensions. The embellishment on the bottom, I'm getting this sense of like cancer claws, cancer being nurturing. And so there's specific mudras that are happening, and this mudra may mean something to you. But I feel like this is personalized, different tunings, this, that, or the other. Different tunings. Tuning forks. There's also beings in there that help. I'm seeing a taser. Yeah, it's a taser. And you know how like if there's in the 2 points of the taser and then you would see the electricity here. And that's what I'm seeing in the mudras that's holding this thing up. Not this thing. This crystal ball. Apples. To taste one must swallow it whole, and beneath the satin flames hides drowning waters. I'm going to start adding on Tarot and Oracle here. Yeah, we're good. I think like through the algorithm thing or whatever, the analytics, like it shows me that I guess it's like up to 10 minutes people normally. So hopefully this is a good transition. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you. I'm also seeing a wind-up toy. This toy is carving something. And it's like, but I'm seeing it like an earring. Oh, interesting. And I'm also seeing a conversation happen over here on the right side as the person, left side if I'm observing. So if somebody's observing you doing a reading or something like that. As Claire audience, this couple, there's a couple now stepping forward. they're holding hands. They're from like olden times because, and I say olden times because I'm not great with time. They've got like poofy bottom dresses. The lady does anyway. Like it's big and poofy, and her hair's really really tight. The
I
gentleman,
don't know.
the gentleman has like very fixed hair, very very fixed hair, and there's like a poise about them. Candle magic. Speak your breath into its velvet. Recite along its spine all that you desire and all that which will unravel. So maybe you are hearing when people, like through their words or spells, being seer infused. But of course, when I say seer, it's not necessarily in this, oh, I see spirit, I see this. Maybe you just see souls. Maybe you see in tarot and oracle. Maybe you see in runes. Maybe you see in energy. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing a bulldozery thing and an upside down parrot. This parrot hangs upside down from somebody that might utilize humor, which I totally understand and respect, to work through it. Yes, okay, elders. Birth from seed within the belly of the moon. They are the wise felt touches over our hearts and felt deep within the marrow of our spirit. This is what those parrots are in the bulldozer. There's elders helping. Yes. I think these elders are those spirit guides, for simplicity's sake, those energies, the team, your spirit team, right? They kind of help you like bulldoze through. Like it's one thing to like pick up the bucket
How do I use it?
and move it and then drop it and sifting through that. That's what they help with. They help with sifting through this. There's something about dolls
Thursday.
going on in here, like figurines, characters. It's really quite fascinating. I'm seeing down here, somebody might be very, very strong, physically strong, and really proud of that. And I feel like you should be, even if you're, I'm not talking about, oh, my muscles are this big. That automatically implies my strength is of this caliber, because I'm seeing all the different bone structures, muscle masses, this, that, or the other. Yeah, I won't. It's not about creating a standard. I'm just seeing someone within themselves of one way or the other. And they're strong. You might be building your seer sight and whatever clair that is. You know how like some animals see better, they have a better sense of smell. So they see, sense, and feel better with their sense of smell. Okay, I'm going to just carry on here. Illumination is coming through. I feel like the fire, that's that passion as well. The strength of your spiritual passion. And physical passion, that harmony, Batman and Robin, that harmony. Like I admit, I prefer spiritual sit-up to, like an actual sit-up, physical sit-up. But nonetheless, for balance, appreciation of both. Okay, I have flipped it. Let's continue on here and see what else comes through. I'm seeing a sloth, deer sloth, one of my spirit animals. Love it. Well, I say spirit animal, but really I just like truly, I dig the vibe. I dig the vibe of the sloth. Oh my goodness, Seers. Okay, so.
I'm not sure how.
Yeah, I'm not sure how either. There are massive, see if I can bring this down. I know you're seeing it from a different direction, but right here, there are massive. What are these creatures? I feel like they're more reptilian-like. And when I say reptilian-like, lizard, iguana, okay, something maybe from the dinosaur era. they're also in the water. Are these helpers? Because then I'm seeing like angel turtles come in. Angel turtles come in. Ooh, you might be a really, really old soul. Really,
Why
really,
is he here?
really, really old soul. Yeah, like I'm seeing a fern. You know how when a fern is starting to grow and it's all curled, and then I guess if it's coming alive or dying, that means something. Wow. I'm also seeing some sort of scoop. I don't know if it's an ice cream scoop.
Spirits are here.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But and I'm seeing it double scooped as well, like double jump, but double scoop. Wolf guidance. The raven shapeshift. Skunk boundaries. And regroup hibernation. Oh my goodness. Okay, Seers, I might have to sneeze, and I'm going to give it a pause. Sorry, I did sneeze. Oh, okay. I'm good. I'm good. Spirits are here. For some, there's the hibernation. There it is. Thank you. Over lifetimes, it's like things have been pulled apart and pieces have been put back together. And you've been working with different, interesting, this spirit team that seems to be pretty stabilized throughout, because it's like a long-term common goal that you're collective, right? So there's a long-term common goal. I'm also seeing a ring. A ring. This
Light.
ring has, is it a light ring? Okay, because I'm seeing it as like an eagle and grapes on it. Grapes. Something about like being honored for what you've, I think the way you've accomplished something. Sloth. Long-term, slow and steady. There has been speed, because now I'm seeing like the Cinderella pumpkin carriage thing. Yes, carriage thing. And it's like when you took speedy moments, there was actually a different portion of you that was hibernating. It's like being in a car, and your body, your physical body is still, but the shell of the car is moving really, really fast. Like those two things are happening at the same time. Stillness and speed. I feel like okay. Yep. Stillness and speed simultaneously. Okay. So I'm in this pumpkin patch thing, and different parts of the hibernation. Like I almost can spend time with gratitude. Maybe as a seer, you dedicate. I'm seeing like a salt circle as well. You understand again that spiritual strength as well as the physical strength to do things that support other energies that may not be great. I don't want to say they're not great, because they could be very, very great at what their intention or alignment is. They're just not in alignment with you. Or when you've changed resonances. Yeah, because the boundary, also the carriage, the boundary, it's white. You change chariots a lot too. Somebody might change cars or consider changing modalities, or the way you see things is, or express them. Express the way you see them. You might also be receiving things from other guidances. Okay, so it's like, say you're really comfortable with interacting with, Reiki energy or spirit animals. And because you have created a super strength with that, slow and steady, like you've pulled pieces apart, you're putting things back together, you're having some fun with the grapes, this, that, or the other. Then you hibernate every so often because it's like an incubator of ideas. And it's not because you're a student and you're new, and it's not because you're a teacher and you're not new. This is simply to have an experience in this timeline, because there's something about time that's very, very relative. Like, you might have done the same thing over and over again, but you're just like, but this is a new landscape. I kind of want to see what's going on. What's the language that's being used now? What new tools, does Batman have in his belt? All those kind of good things. That's what it makes me feel like. It feels actually very, very fun. I'm seeing a toucan. Yeah, toucan. Synergy and boundary. So boundary has come up twice. And I feel like this is the bounty of the skunk itself. This synergizing boundaries into different shapes and forms. In different landscapes. Physical boundaries, spiritual boundaries, emotional boundaries, and not boundaries being, I am a boundary, you're removed. It's like the bold and the beautiful. You can be bold but beautiful in the language. And I feel like there's something linguistically about one might perceive that the boundary can be like, da da da. That's a boundary, and that's one way of communicating a boundary. But it's, I feel like it's investing in some sort of interaction that's counter conducive. Okay, yeah, sure, counter conducive. Something about the linguistics of it. You can still be strong, bold in the beautiful, bold in the beautiful. Sovereignty and injustice. Those are the cards, the words coming through. But if you know me, I'm going to scry the artistry first, because that's my jam. Shout out to all the artists on tarot and oracle cards. So with Medusa, I'm seeing all this connectivity. The octopus is also coming through. Lots of spirit animals coming through, and that's pretty cool, along with the ferns and plants. I'm also seeing people sail in between the cards here. I'm seeing people sail. Where are you sailing away to? Also, like, somebody might have a black eye. I don't know what that is about. And maybe if I personally wander into a black eye, it could be maybe you feel that your gift of sight, whatever that is, even if it's intuitive or you simply express it, you kind of feel like you've been beaten up for it, or you're different, you're strange, this, that, or the other, along with maybe, self-inflicting that to kind of like, if it scared you at one point in time, which I think to some degree we can all relate to, and you're stepping back into it, but with a different mindset, a different bravery and a courage, knowing that your sovereignty is intact. Your darkness is part of your divinity. Is also the part. The injustice is making me feel like with Medusa, it's coming into that skunk, the boundary, which again feels very important, but also to respect other people's boundaries. Nicholas. Again, when I was talking about that language, there's something like, turning to stone. It stopped the conversation, but did it? And maybe some things you turn to stone because it'll come in a different lifetime. Who knows? All right, Seers, I'm going to get ready to close out here, as I could scry this mat a million times, different shapes and symbols, and even like reading between the lines or between the cards. What is that thing I'm seeing? I think it might be a nutcracker, but there's something else I'm specifically seeing. You know what I think it is? I think it's a a melon scooper. I think it's a melon scooper. Enjoying your fruits. All right. So we have here the Tower coming out, Seers, which the Wheel of Fortune, Justice. This is a really nice message. Death. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. Okay. Up and off you go. I will bring these up for you because I had the whole deck upside down. Closing out messages. If you want to take in the artistry, and again, look at my dirty, inky fingernails. Such is an artist's life. Gotta make the mess to make the magic.
Do you want to play?
Any sort of, okay, so that's how that's coming through. Thank you. Seers. So, it can be a tough position, is how I'm feeling it, to see the potential of other people's towers when they do communicate with you, or maybe the obviousness of it, or the hiddenness of them, but the foresight to see in between. Like, I can see ink between the lines, like rivers of a language connecting certain things, right? Or the symbolism of certain things. There's a different perspective. Yes. Okay. I'm also seeing like a Crown Royale bottle. Is that rum or rye? I don't even know. Crown Royale. Yep. I feel like that could be a tough position to see things in. But yet that's the very therapy of it all. Does that make sense? So there's something about, again, the bold and the beautiful of being bold enough to step towards different towers in different timelines. Now, notably, I also want to note that this is turning, this tower that I'm seeing specifically is turning in the favor of fortune for seers in whatever landscape and multiple landscapes that's been in. Because I feel like there's been some sort of, maybe especially for those who work with water or empathy, clarifying that boundaries, again, with that river, seeing the boundary and realizing the zigzag sometimes is one of the most organic ways. Like nature, earth creates a lot of rivers and stuff that are, seemingly wild and nonsensical, but they're naturally working with things you might not even understand, or they're underground or they're above. Anyway, this is making me feel as though the wheel of fortune is turning with that whole team. There's a whole frequency. I don't know if the thing will let it come through. There's a whole, okay, nonetheless, there's a whole family on there of your spirit team, your spirit guides, including animals, and things are starting to take a turn for fortune, to receive the fortunate blessings, slow and steady, because you've been doing something slow and steady. Justice is coming in to support that. Justice comes in to support the work that you've been doing. And you know what I'm actually seeing? Like in this 5 of Cups.
Divination dose.
See that river I was talking about? He's going to like walk in it now. And you know, what is that? Like now he's like, I'm going to go fishing in it. I'm going to be able to, cleanse things. I don't know. And it's like I've cried me a river and now I'm going to use it to sail on. Oh my goodness, that wisdom is impressive. You're so impressive. You're so impressive. Death, Scorpio energy. Also with the Wheel of Fortune here. I want to note that this is rebirth. Look at all of the souls that you speak to, maybe in your dream state, maybe in different dimensions. You are surrounded by souls here. That's why boundaries are so important, and respecting other people's boundaries. You yourself are an elder now, and I think you know that. You are an elder incarnate. If you didn't incarnate as an elder, I think some did, and others are utilizing this landscape to become an elder. And I think you might even become a guide on the other side. But if you've been feeling in some way, shape, or form like reaping the apples, the reward of the work you've been doing, the spiritual work, the physical work, the artistic work, the creative work, the mundane work, the magical work. From the Tower and the 5 of Cups, Justice, Wheel of Fortune, Death. Put them in any order that feels good to you. This story tells me balance has been received in some way, shape, or form. And the benefits come in for you to do more with, and run with it. Okay, I have yammered on way too long, as always, but I'm grateful for your awesome awareness and attention. If you're looking for a personal, links are below. If you want to donate, links are below. And until next time.